Well, what a pleasure to be joined today by Ellen Volpe, the president and founder of American Business Associates. Ellen, thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Well, we have lots to talk about. Let's start with the high level. Would you tell me what is ABA, the American Business Associates?
ABA is a community of people who are supporting each other in ways in which are life-changing. It's easy for me to say that because I watch it every single day. ABA is a community of people that are growing personally and professionally, and that are being guided and assisted by other people that they're getting to meet and that they're developing relationships with. The relationships that people establish cannot be quantified.
It's not just business networking, right? There's a lot of organizations that do this, but can you elaborate on that and really what makes it different?
Well, I think that the frequency that people meet and the depth in which they develop their relationships comes from another side that really is not business related. It's really, again, it's the human aspect of developing rapport and relationship and staying in that relationship. The deeper it goes, the more the possibilities exist, because we have a process that basically helps people spend their social capital. The social capital today, what's in people's databases, the connections that they have, is really the currency of the environment that we are living in today.
So let's talk about geography. I know that you are based in Long Island, but ABA is bigger than that. Tell me where ABA is.
We are in Northern Jersey. My business partner, Bob Putt, and I have been partners for about 18 years. We are in New York City. We have an incredible group in New York City, which is a very unique time to be in the city. And we have quite a few groups on Long Island. We probably, I think at this point, have about 12 groups. We actually just kicked off a new group this morning.
So tell me about the groups. If I understand correctly, they are market or industry exclusive. Can you explain that to me?
Yeah, it's not uncommon with groups to actually have exclusivity, meaning there's only one person representing a specific business category. We, over the years, have looked for some ways where it appears that people might be competitive. Let's just say in the printing industry or the advertising, it could be any industry, law. We actually look to create bridges between people who appear to be competitive, but actually can really support each other. And we pride ourselves in looking for those opportunities and basically downplaying this word competition. We don't really look for it anymore.
So let me shift gears for a second, because I have to ask you about your great aunt and the business directory. Can you tell me this story? It's fascinating.
Yeah, thank you for asking. It's a story I love to tell. I lost my mother. My father was ill, and both of them were taking care of my father's aunt, my great aunt Sue. Sue was living alone, and she was 97. My father got too ill to take care of her, and I inherited Sue. She didn't come with big checkbook. She just came with a small box of family artifacts. And looking through the box, I discovered a business directory from 1923. And when I opened it, I was slightly shocked to find my grandmother's picture and a directory of people from Brooklyn, from New York City, from the Bronx, and a schedule of when they met and what they were supposed to be doing. And I had no idea that basically I have this thing called networking in my DNA.
It's an amazing story.
Yes.
You've been a leader in doing business and creating relationships and networking for a number of years. What advice would you have for people perhaps who are just getting started in their career and how they may look at networking and relationships? What advice would you have?
That's a very deep question for me, but I would say that there are so many books that have been written on the topic. And my feeling is that unless you are out of the stands and in the field, determining where you should be, how you should be, refining your skills, you have to get into the game in order to actually see the distinctions that are out there. And I like to pull the old Cy Sims commercial. We love an educated consumer. We really want people to go and feel the feeling, to get into the rooms and see what makes sense. And not every group is going to make sense. There are certain things that one should be looking for that relates to the goals and objectives of that person at that time.
Ellen Volpe, President and Founder of American Business Associates, thank you so much for speaking with me.
Thank you for having me today.